All right, we are now being joined by Benson and Maria Henderson. Once again, we'll begin with a few questions from the media in the room. Emiliano, your line is now live.
Hey, Benson. Hey, Maria. Thanks for joining us. I know you guys are local MMA lab. Obviously, this is your guys' first fight camp together as a couple. What's that been like for you two?
Pretty much the same, just a little bit more extra training, a little bit harder training, and then a little less of us being one person being specifically tired with the kids and one being tired from training. Now we're both tired from the kids and training.
Well, Benson, on you had 4 fights last year on a four fight losing streak. What's really changed for you in the last year of competitive fighting?
How long losing streak?
4 fight, I believe. Was it 2? I thought it was 4. I apologize.
No, it's all good. How many is it?
Is it 2? I apologize. Sorry about that, guys.
You don't need to apologize. I don't know. I'm an idiot, so I get punched in the head for a living, so I am very forgetful on things.
I think it was about a 4-fight winning streak, and then it was on a 2-fight losing streak.
Correct. Yeah. My misinformation. I'm sorry. Anyways, what's really changed for you over the last year, man?
Another baby. We have our 4th baby. She's 14 months old. So everything's same old. Not much change with me. Fight, train, get in the gym, practice, try and get better, 1% better every single day, try and improve, and try and be a good father, a good husband, try and be there for my kids, try and be a good coach, try and be a good training partner, try and be the best you can be at whatever it is you do. If you're a reporter, try and be the best reporter you can be, trying to have all the facts straight, trying to have all the questions centered. If you're a PR guy, have the PR stuff down pat. Whatever it is you do, try and be the best you can be at it. And for me, that's being a fighter, coach, teammate, training partner, trying to be a good husband, take care of my husbandly duties, all that sort of stuff,
Yeah. And then lastly, in terms of, fighting, locally, what's that like for you guys? How different is it for you to fight, in Arizona?
I told Mike Kogan from Bellator, I told him, hey, it's awesome. We love fighting in Arizona. It's awesome. It's great. We're glad to be able to fight here, yada, yada, yada. Let's not ever have me fight here in Arizona again. I had to buy like freaking 50 tickets. So I had to take care of all the friends and family, all the ticket requests and take care of that. But I'm super happy, super thrilled that so many of our friends and family and fans here locally are going to be able to check us out and watch us and come out, support and cheer us on. So I'm really thankful for it. And
a little sad about it.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a great night. So I'm really excited to celebrate afterwards with our family and our friends.
Yeah, and then in terms of you, Maria, getting your first win amateur, what are you really taking away from that first win into this next fight?
I think what I took away mostly from that first one was that my girl was a really good, way better striker than we were imagining of a first amateur fight. And I think I performed really well beating her at her game. So I think that was my biggest takeaway is like, oh, I can strike with her. We have a really good female striker at our gym who's the same size as me. She's a great boxer, and she gives me some really tough rounds. So that gave me a lot of confidence going into that one, and it just gives me more and more confidence from the first fight to the next one and stuff.
Yeah, and then in terms of, Arizona has certain, amateur requirements for fights. Are you looking to go pro after a certain amount of time or stay in the amateur for a little bit?
Say that first part again?
Yeah, Arizona has certain, amateur requirements, certain amount of fights you got to do amateur-wise, and you go on to professional debut. Are you looking to stay amateur for a little while and then go pro, or?
Honestly, I had no idea they had a requirement. Whatever Ben and our coach say, it depends how I look during this fight and how I'm growing will depend on when I go pro. No matter what, the goal is the same. So whether it already took me a long time to kind of start fighting, so whatever they say, I'm just there for the process and trying to get better. So either way, I'm fighting. It's either a 3-minute round or it's a 5-minute round. So whatever they say.
Max, go ahead.
How you guys doing? This is Max Going from the Going Live podcast. Thanks so much for taking the time. Obviously, the coolest storyline here is both of y'all fighting on the same card and fighting in Arizona. But with the news of the vacant title match being set, Benson, I would love to hear your thoughts on not getting the shot. And even though you are ranked higher and your first fight with Pitbull was very close.
No comment.
Fair enough. Thank you so much.
If you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing.
I totally understand that one. Thank you.
Every single day. You don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing.
Thanks so much and good luck this weekend.
Thank you, man.
David, go ahead. David?
Sorry. Hello, Benson. This is David from Arizona PBS Cronkite News. I was just wondering, you are a local MMA lab, as Emilio had said previously. How has like your instruction like duties caused or like helped you train in the past like few months for this fight, or even the past year during the pandemic for your previous fights as well?
I think no matter what you do, if you're smart about it, it can help you or it can hurt you if you're not smart about it. So for me, I try to have coaching help me improve my game as well. It makes me look at the details of the move, look at it from the ins and outs, teaching a move to a beginner, to somebody very first day of jiu-jitsu, teaching them how to do this. Their very first day of wrestling, teaching them how to hit the double leg or how to do an arm bar. It makes you look at it differently on how to teach it, which can help you as an athlete, as a athlete performing. Like it can help me break it down and learn how, oh, I need to move my leg here into the armpit more, I need to grab lower on the wrist, or yada yada yada. So I try to always have it help me be a better athlete, a better performer while I'm competing, a better competitor coaching at my gym, the MMA lab. And then on the other side of that, helping my teammates. I think the same idea, helping my teammates. Same idea, like looking for their weaknesses, beating them up a little bit. It helps them get better, and which in turn helps me get better. So I beat them up, I show them love, and they beat me up in return. And they look at my holes, and they through years and years of practicing, they know my tendencies and what I tend to do, which way I tend to lean. We want to do this, or I lean this way and I do that. And they help me get better, and I help them get better, and we beat each other up, and we have fun doing it.
And then does that go hand in hand with having like a wife? And this goes for you as well, Maria, you having a husband, both of you being fighters, being able to train together, and, just having kind of like a fighting lifestyle as well as like a lifestyle outside of the gym?
As far as growing as a fighter?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it does. Obviously, I have a great person to learn from. I can't really imagine someone better to learn from than my husband. So I take a lot of what he does and what he says to heart, and I try to listen to him, even though he says I don't. I do. But honestly, if MMA is not really a large part of our relationship or our home life. We don't really have our kids doing a ton of like jiu-jitsu classes. If they want to do it, they can do it. But we keep MMA and our personal life pretty separate. Like we'll talk about it, of course, with the fight and stuff. We talk about it more. Like I have a ton of questions, but it doesn't really interfere with our marriage as much. In the gym, it will. Like I'll always go to him, or he'll watch me from across the room, and hey, I want you doing it this way. I know they said this way, but I want you doing it this way. You're better at this. So it obviously helps to have someone with a little bit more of a a little bit more of a personal interest, personal growth for you to help you out.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's not the word I was looking for. Investment.
David, go ahead.
Personal investment.
Hey guys, first of all, thanks very much for taking the time to answer my questions. First of all, for yourself, Benson, is there anything you've changed since you've been out training wise for this fight?
No, didn't really change anything. I think for me, it's more about consistency. So it has been for 15 years now, for a long time. It's about consistent work. Same coaches, pretty much same training partners. One of my training partners, David Machad, started holding mitts. Can't fight anymore, has a bad ticker. So now he's a mitt holder. So I've been hitting mitts with him a lot more. But just consistent work, trying to get better, trying to improve those. We all have holes in our game. Trying to make those holes as small as possible, smaller, and trying to work on the areas you need to work on and improve those areas. Oh, I'm not really good at this. I'm not really good at throwing knees, so I'm just not going to throw knees. Or you can work on it every single day and get better at throwing knees. So that kind of stuff. So I haven't really changed anything, just consistent work, getting better at all the little things.
Class, my friend, glad to hear it. And for yourself, Maria, I watched your open workout earlier. I wouldn't even take 10 G's myself for a punch in the jaw from yourself. So I hope she's got a granite chin.
Did he ask what was it?
No, I hope she has a granite chin.
Oh, I hope so. I mean, well, no, I don't hope so.
No,
I love
but I
your
did.
accent.
Thank you, not a problem. So sorry, it's a bit broken. Scottish. We speak the way we speak. But good luck to you both on Saturday. You're both looking great. You're both looking great. Good luck Saturday, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. Thank you. My wife and I love doing accents at home. One of these days, we'll have the gumption to do our accents on TV or
I'll put them out. I'd love to hear them.
My wife always says I start out with like a Scottish accent or English accent, and end up turning Jamaican somehow.
Every single time. Somehow it's like he'll try Russian, and then it goes from like Russian to Scottish, all the way into Jamaican somehow. My sister does the same thing. I'm the better.
That's glad to hear. Glad to hear it. Good luck, guys. Thank you.
That was funny as hell.
Suki, go ahead.
Hey, Benson Maria, pleasure to be talking to you. Now, this question is actually for Maria. I feel like you have one of the most unique experiences in the MMA community to, be the support system, to be that person for a guy like Benson that we've seen accomplish so much. And now you're just jumping in there yourself. Like, what's that like? I feel like there's a documentary in the making there.
It's good. Like we knew that once I started, it would not be a slower process. That once I got into doing it, even though that took a little bit longer than we were planning, our babies kept surprising us. But we knew once I started doing it, it would be I'm doing it for real. It's not like okay, I'm gonna take an amateur fight here, or I'm gonna train for 6 months and maybe think about doing one in 6 more months. We knew it was gonna be a pretty fast pace, especially with my husband, but I don't think I've been, like you said, as a support system. I've seen the biggest of the biggest stages with my husband, so it's going good, and I think I won't be surprised by like bright lights or anything like that, like some other people would when they first get there, just because I've just been on the other side of the cameras watching my husband doing it for so many years.
It's probably more anxious watching someone in there versus actually being in there yourself. So best of luck. I'm really excited to watch you work.
Thank you.
And last one here, Mills.
Hey, how's it going, Benson? This is MMA Locker Room, part of Pub Sports Radio. Seems like it was just 2014. I see you get that win over Jim Miller. Been following your career for a long time now, man. I just wanted to say, though, it seems like you and Lorenz Larkin was kind of the big first-name free agents to come over and transfer over to Bellator. And it seems like you guys kind of paved the way on that, opened up the door for everybody. How do you feel that you inspired other athletes to actually look at organizations instead of just staying in the UFC and taking what they get?
Well, I think myself, Lorenz, Phil Davis, he was one of the early guys too. We just were like smart with our being smarter with what you choose and being conscious, being aware of which direction you want to go, who you're open to listening. Like, it doesn't hurt to listen to an offer, it doesn't hurt to hear what someone can bring to the table, and not being so distracted with like, oh, we want to fight for this organization. It's like having Nike shoes. You can have the Nike shoes, or you can have, just as good as shoes, but pay half the price, or like
even better shoes. Just no symbol.
Yeah, just not the Adidas, or you want Nike. Oh, I'm an Adidas guy. I'm a Nike guy. Or I'm who's the other one? Adidas, Nike, whatever, Reebok. So I think for Phil, for myself, we say, hey, you guys might all like Nike, but we're gonna go rock Adidas. We're Team Adidas, or whatever the case may be. And then once people see it's a viable option, Bellator takes care of their fighters. They pay really well. They got that Paramount and Viacom money behind them, so they pay very well. They take care of the fighters. They care about the fighters. Kind of similar to the respective fighters. Kind of similar to the UFC back in the day, how they was more of you knew everybody. It wasn't such a giant, huge corporation, but Bellator was a small, tight-knit company. So in that aspect, I think we just kind of opened the doors and showed other fighters that it's viable. You can do it and have a good career, still be best in the world, still make good money, still all that stuff. Everything that's entailed is just really just another promotion. That's what they do. That's their job.
All right, great. Well, thank you very much for the time, Benson and Maria, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.